Hello and welcome to this edition of Minstrels on the Block, where we bring you the finest singer-songwriters in the Valley area. Hold on my soul, this week it is Mr. Andy Wood.
Hey.
How you doing, Andy? Glad to have you on the show.
Thank you, good to be here.
Now, tell me about yourself. Where were you born?
I was originally born in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and I think I stayed there for about 2 years before we came down to Columbus.
So you probably don't have a lot of exciting experiences up there.
Not really any memories at all. It seems vaguely familiar whenever I go up there today. Some kind of, back of the mind thing, I guess.
Yeah, that's subconscious. So what'd your parents do?
My dad was up there at Southern College, I think, around the time I was born. And I'm not really sure what my mom was doing at that point, but she was in a pretty bad car wreck when I was about 17 months old. And that kind of just threw everything up in the air. And after that event, we came back down here with family. So,
now, being this is a music show, I of course already know the answer to this, but was your family musical?
Yes, very musical. Still is.
Tell me a little bit about that.
My dad's been playing guitar and writing songs since he was like 12 or 13, I think. And he kind of raised me up into it. I've been playing since I was about 7 or 8, I think.
Very cool.
And he taught me, so.
Now, at what point did you decide that you wanted to stick with music?
Probably when I was a teenager, experiencing all those, bouts of new emotions and stuff, and music just kind of seemed the go-to thing to get them out, I think.
Did chicks have anything to do with it?
Chicks still have something to do with it.
That's a recurring theme on here.
Rock star life.
So now, tell me about your writing. Because a lot of people pick up a guitar, and we have lots of these people that are fantastic musicians, but they don't write. And there has to be those because you have to have a band. So everybody can write, but you have to have backup people. But you actually write. So when did you start writing?
Probably when I was 10 or 11. Maybe. You can only play the same chord so many times before you try to take it to the next step. And I think I've always had a little niche for writing, whether it be poetry or essays or whatever. I've always been kind of academic, and I think I just took the poetry that I'd write and put it with the music that I was playing, and it's kind of gone since then. I don't know how songs come to me. I think the music always comes first for me, just jamming around with friends or by myself playing or whatever. And sometimes the words just come to you. And plus, when you listen to so many different types of music, man, you get little pieces of things stuck in your head, and I think you take them and you put them together and you've got something new. Yeah. So
now, going back a bit, most of us, especially musicians, usually come from a household where music is played. If not by the parents, then like on records. For those of you who don't know, records are these big flat round discs that play music like CDs, only smaller and cooler.
I actually just got a record player not too long ago.
Nice.
Yeah.
I recently got one myself. Had one for off and on for years. Finally got one that has a good needle.
I'm digging it.
So now, growing up, what kind of music were you exposed to? What are some of your influences?
I could talk about that forever. My dad kind of raised me up on the Beatles. All the classic rock stuff, Led Zeppelin.
Spoiler. Yeah.
What else? I mean, I heard Elvis growing up too. It seemed like I heard everything from before, but like my dad was listening to Nirvana when they were out, Guns N' Roses, all the stuff that was coming out when I was growing up.
Yeah.
So I kind of had a best of both worlds thing, the old and the new.
Very cool. Now, that leads us to the pivotal, most quintessential and most important question of the entire show.
I think I know the question.
And probably has already, in a fashion, been answered. However, we're going to ask it anyway. Elvis or the Beatles?
It's got to be the Beatles. All day, every day.
Rock
all day,
on.
every day.
So now, here's a little question I've never delved into, I don't think. So I think some people volunteered the information, but I've never really asked the question. What, in your mind, in your taste, in your musical appreciation, puts the Beatles over Elvis?
The Beatles, they wrote just an expansive catalog of everything. They had every type of music that they came across in their own writing. And with my understanding of Elvis, he wrote some stuff, but it seems like he was more of a performer.
Yeah.
an entertainer, and a great, the best entertainer of all time, the king of rock and roll.
Right.
But the Beatles, man, the music, the writing, just everything, how many people they've influenced, where they came from, how music still stands today because of the Beatles.
Yeah.
I mean, they are the quintessential music group of all time. I think no one will ever come close to the Beatles.
Rock on. Tell you what, let's check out one of Andy's songs. We'll be right back right after this.
It's a song I wrote called Times We're Living In. Well, I swear sometimes it seems as I grow older, well, I grow colder too. And I swear sometimes it seems the world gets older, the world gets colder too. And I swear sometimes it seems as I grow older, well, I grow colder too. Well, how about you? I'm not giving up on my dreams, I won't give in, I won't be pushed over, no. Oh, no, no, no. It's gotta be these times we're living in. It's gotta be these times we're living in. A better day is gonna come one way, it's these times we're living in. But don't give up, it's never enough, it's these times we're living in. Well, I swear sometimes it seems as I grow older, well, I grow colder too. And I swear sometimes it seems the world gets older, the world gets colder too. Well, how about you? I'm not giving up on my dreams, I won't give in, I won't be pushed over, no. Oh, no, no, no. I'm not giving up on my dreams, I won't give in, I won't be pushed over, no. Oh, no, no, no. It's gotta be these times we're living in. It's gotta be these times we're living in. A better day is gonna come one way, it's these times we're living in. But don't give up, it's never enough, it's these times we're living in. It's gotta be these times we're living in. It's gotta be these times we're living in.
Hello and welcome back to this edition of Minstrels on the Block with special guest Andy Wood. So Andy, this is the part of the show where we talk a little bit about what you got going on now, maybe even leading up to it. So give us some info, some insight on what you got going on.
I'm a pretty busy guy. I'm in school and I work full time and I work on a rotating shift. So any chance for music that I get, I try to take it, whether it be an open mic night or a jam session with some buddies. It's kind of hard to find time, but when I do, I try to dig into it. I even did like a party about a month ago, I think, and I think we've got another one coming up. And that was really fun. Set up a PA system in the backyard and just had a bash, man. It was great, yeah. I wish I had more time. I'm working on trying to get on a set schedule where I can have more time for that. I mean, you got to have fun.
Yeah.
I'm starting to learn the paradigm of time, energy, and money. If you've got the time and the money, you don't have the energy. If you've got the time and the energy, you don't have the money.
And if you have the energy and money, you usually don't have the time.
Correct. And that's kind of where I'm at right now, trying to make time.
Yeah.
And that reminds me of the Eagles song where he says something about you can spend all your time making money, you can spend all your money making love, or something like that. You know, take it to the limit.
He is currently trying to take it to the limit.
Trying.
So, now, a little bit about your songwriting. Tell me a little bit about some of your songs.
I don't know where they come from. And I try to take like a standard approach to songwriting, I guess. When I've got a piece of music, you know, I try to lay it out where I've got my verse, chorus, you know, whatever. It's just pure emotion, pure feeling. Whatever I'm feeling, I try to put it into words and put it to my music.
Now, you've got this one song that I believe you recorded with a friend of mine, Chris Willems, who I actually have played bass with, called Hold On My Soul. Give me a little info about that.
Well, I originally wrote it in a standard rock format, and it's got some pretty deep stuff, deep lyrics in it, and I think the version that we recorded was a pretty heavy reggae version.
Yeah.
And he laid some amazing bass on that song, and I've always been partial to reggae, actually. I love that style of music, and the version that we've got with him is pretty nice.
I've heard it. It's awesome.
I think you actually recorded a song for us, produced a song for us. I think it was called Soldier Man.
Oh!
Out in Fort Mitchell.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to that?
Still got it somewhere. And I think we started it off with a gunshot. Remember that? In the
A couple of gunshots.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
worked out very well, by
Rock
the way.
and roll.
It sounded like a battlefield somewhere.
That was pretty fun. That was probably my first experience recording like that with a group.
That was my first experience recording like in that format.
I wore that CD out. Yeah.
I need to find that project. Now, coming to the current, what are you working on now?
I'm still writing. I'm still playing. I probably jam with my dad the most at his apartment. We get some chances to jam, and new stuff always seems to come out of that. And when I'm at work all day, man, I've got 8 hours to just sit there and run through music and words in my mind, and I do it every day, all the time. And I'm usually singing a lot at work too. I don't know if my coworkers appreciate that or not, but yeah, it's always in the back of my mind or in the front of my mind, depending on the time of day.
Very cool. Now, where would you like to see your music go? Where would you like to take it? What limit would you like to take it to?
The sky. The sky is the limit. I wish I had, I wish that was my full-time job.
Yes.
Where I could sit in the studio all day long and just do it every day. If I ever get the opportunity to do that, I'm going to take it and run with it. And yeah, that's the dream. You got to hold on to the dream.
Yeah.
I got dreams.
Now, actually, there's one thing I'd like to go back a little bit. Tell me a little bit about your education as far as guitar.
I can't read music. That's something that I haven't done yet. Haven't learned how to read music. It kind of started with my dad showing me chords, and I would try to get on the internet and learn something new. But I really don't like that way of learning guitar tabs or whatever. I think it's all about just figuring it out yourself, man. Sitting there with a guitar and going through it and finding what sounds right and what doesn't, and jamming. It's all about the jam. You'll
never come up with something new copying somebody else.
That's true.
Now, let's just say it's a Sunday afternoon or whatever day off work you have. You're walking around the house, drinking a soda, or cold one or whatever.
Yeah.
What are you most likely to be listening to on your record player?
On my record
or
player.
Or your digital device?
I've got a small collection of records. I think I inherited them from my dad and from somebody else. I think I found some in an apartment one time where I was doing some work. And I've got old Beatles stuff, old Ray Charles, just a mixture of stuff. Eric Clapton, Three Dog Night, Alice Cooper, some Elvis stuff. I've recently discovered Bruce Springsteen.
Bruce, the boss.
I've never really appreciated him, that much, but I think it was Tunnel of Love, that record. And as I was listening to it, I was reading the words, and man, he's just a great writer.
Check out the Magic album.
The Magic album.
Awesome, awesome album. So, I'll tell you what, let's check out another one of Andy's songs, and we'll be right back right after this.
It's Hold On My Soul. try not to lose my head. Yeah. Won't you let go of your hold on my soul? Won't you let go of your hold on my soul? Exasperated, I accept defeat. Still can't believe that this is me. Right now it's sink or swim, but I don't wanna end up like that. Yeah. Won't you let go of your hold on my soul? Won't you let go of your hold on my soul? Won't you let go of your hold on my soul? Won't you let go, oh, oh, yeah, yeah, of your hold on my soul? Won't you let go of your hold on my soul? Won't you let go, oh, oh, yeah, yeah, of your hold on my soul?
Hey folks, I'm searching. No, we're not having another missing modem contest, but we are looking for clues as to what you would like to see on Focus on East Alabama in the future. We would appreciate your input by making some suggestions by telephone or by email, and we want to continue providing you with quality local programming on Cable Channel 7. Please contact us.
Hello and welcome back to this edition of Minstrels on the Block. Special guest Andy Wood. So, Andy, this is generally the part of the show where we pimp stuff. The promotional segment of the show, and there's a couple other things too. But give everybody an idea of either what you have available, what you have coming available, what you've got going on.
Like I was saying with the time issue, man, it's kind of hard for me to get stuff down and get it out for the masses, but I think I've got a couple of tracks from my recording past that I can make available, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, or Reverb Nation. Or I think it's probably time to start recording some more stuff. And a good buddy of mine, Kevin Harrison, who's always played drums with me, great drummer, and we've jammed probably for about close to 10 years now. I think we're pretty tight. Mm-hmm. And he's got a little studio in his house now, and he's been bugging me to get over there, man, and record some stuff. So it's probably time to do that. Look out for it. We'll get it out there. Got to get it out there.
Very, very cool. A couple of questions I like to ask. One is, what do you, as an artist, think of the local music scene, the Columbus, Phoenix City music scene?
I think that it's a great place to start, and there are many opportunities around the Valley area for you to go out and just play. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's so many different venues that have open mic nights, so many different venues that are musician friendly. It's everywhere. It's as easy as walking downtown somewhere with a guitar or whatever you play and just play it. Mm-hmm. And that's something that you probably don't see in a lot of other areas. Mm-hmm. And you know, I've always loved Columbus and Phoenix City, the area. They've got a rich musical tradition, rich heritage, and I think that a lot of musicians down here don't get the due credit that they deserve. Mm-hmm. And it's time for somebody to make it big from Columbus,
yeah, and
put us on the map. So
totally, and somebody in the modern era.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, where stemming off of that question, ideally, what would you like to see happen? I mean, obviously, somebody in Columbus make it, but more specifically, what steps do you think could be taken to improve the local music scene?
There needs to be more encouragement, probably in the schools maybe, for music programs. You know, everybody loves music. It's universal. It's the universal language. And it's a shame, you know, some programs and some schools don't necessarily have the budgets, stuff like that gets cut. And that's important, man. You got to have that outlet for people. It's not always sports. You know, sports are big down here. Yeah. I'm a big football fan myself. Got to say something there for the sports. But music, man, should be up there too. And so something in the schools maybe. And I know there's some great high school bands around here. I'm a Central graduate myself, and they've always had a tight band. So, what else? Maybe just, you know, more advertising or more promotion for the areas we've got around town for people to come out there and do it. You know, don't be scared. Just go out there and do it.
Cool. And the final question, which I guess stems off this too, is, and you kind of touched on it, but what advice would you give to somebody sitting on the couch watching this show, guitar in their lap, maybe they haven't gone out, maybe they write, they haven't, whatever, they just haven't taken that step into the public eye yet. What advice would you give to aspiring artists?
Just do it. Nike, just do it. Don't be scared. I think I'd heard, maybe it's an Eleanor Roosevelt quote, that if you're not doing something daily that scares you, then you're not living. You know, you gotta do the things that make you a little bit nervous. They're supposed to. It's supposed to make you feel alive. If you're sitting there with your guitar and you're listening to something and you're trying to learn, just keep at it. Do it. Don't be scared. Don't let anybody tell you that you're not good. If you're not good, you'll get better. Work on it. It takes work. It takes work that I don't always have the time to put into it, but you know, other people do have the time to do it, and take advantage of every opportunity. There's millions of songs and ways to learn new songs right there at your fingertips. You know, figure it out, make it happen. If you feel it, make it happen.
And if you're not cut out for it, you'll find out fairly quickly.
Yeah.
But just remember, Elvis, the Beatles, and Jimi Hendrix all started somewhere. Well, Andy, I appreciate you being on the show.
Thank you very much for having me.
Oh, my pleasure. Hope you've enjoyed this edition of Minstrels on the Block. I have. And this is Brian Mallard on CTV EA, and we'll see you next time.
Song called Wake Up. Wake up, wake up, wake up, I don't wanna wake up anymore. Wake up, wake up, wake up, I don't wanna wake up anymore. I'm so sore. Wake up, I don't wanna wake up. I never really, ever really wanna wake up, but I get out of my bed and pray that no one hears these thoughts in my head. Am I crazy? Am I insane? Begging the Lord to please touch my brain and help me make it through. 'Cause in the end, all I have left is you, and I know what the real world has to offer. And I can tell you that I will not buy a thing. And I've seen what reality holds in store for me. So I think I'll go back to my dreams. Wake up, wake up, wake up, I don't wanna wake up anymore. Wake up, wake up, wake up, I don't wanna wake up anymore. I'm so sore. Wake up, I don't wanna wake up. I never really, ever really wanna wake up, but I get up, get back to start. Only thing that's left are these pieces of my heart, and I know what the real world has to offer. And I can tell you that I will not buy a thing. And I've seen what reality